Hello and welcome back. Today we've got another £500 worth of £2 coins to have a hunt through, looking for the commemoratives, the ones with more than face value, but ideally we want one of the 2 coins that we're missing. I think this might as well be the last £2 coin hunt we do in 2021, so fingers crossed. If we get them both, we'll be starting a brand new book in next week's video in 2022, which is very, very exciting. So what are we missing then? It is England Commonwealth Games, the scarcest one of the 2 we still need, and then the Mary Rose £2 coin. We do have the other 3 Commonwealth Games coins in Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, but everything else is complete up to and including Great Fire of London. Now we do know, or has been at least teased to us, that there'll be a 2021 Britannia, which there is a space for at some point, but who knows how long it'll take before it filters into circulation. Without further ado though, let's get to these coins and see what we find. Right then, I'll show you what we're looking for in the first bag. So we have got technologies there. We don't particularly want technologies. I will check through at the end though, because if you take the coin like this and rotate it about this axis, the queen should be facing that way. Now sometimes she's slightly rotated, which is an error which is quite neat, and I've got a few of those in my collection. Our first commemorative is this one here. This is the World War I Army Centenary. A fairly common coin, but a nice design nonetheless. Common ones go at the top, ones over face value go down at the bottom. Hopefully we have a nice bottom row at the end of the video. But yeah, the 2021 Britannia, I've suddenly thought, now my book for the £2 coins contains commemoratives only and the 2015 and 16 Britannia. Why do I include those Britannias but not the technologies, I guess is the big question, because the Britannia is the new definitive design, similar to replacing technologies in 2015, because obviously you won't get any of these dated after 2015, because that's when they stopped being the definitive design. Now the reason I keep them in the book is purely because they are scarce. We've got Active Union there. This is not scarce, this is a very common coin. So yeah, the 2015 one is a very low minted year. 2016 is higher but still a fairly low low mintage. So I guess the question is then, if the 2021 Britannia £2 coin, being a definitive design, has a massive mintage, which is the primary reason I don't have any of the years of the technologies in my book, what do I do then? Not quite sure. Oh, we've got a couple of things here. This is Brunel's Achievements, the Archers at Paddington Station. A fairly common coin. We've got counters tracking this one and the other Brunel one, the Brunel's Portrait. But this one here, Holy Toledo, a coin that I love to see, because for the longest time I never found Shakespeare comedies. It was always one of my bogey coins, but we seem to be finding more recently, which is great. This is the scarcest of the 3 Shakespeare coins, obviously histories, tragedies being the other 2. Check the edge inscription. I should say the whole world's a stage, or the world's a stage. All the world's a stage, that's what it says. So yeah, that's what the edge inscription should be. Now, on the Shakespeare's, there's been no other confirmed edge inscription errors, but the Shakespeare tragedies, the one with the skull and the rose, has been found to have an edge inscription error, having the edge inscription from the Army Centenary on it instead of what it should be on that coin. So I still check all the edge inscriptions for all of the commemoratives that we find at the end of the video, but I always check the Shakespeare's on videos, just because you never know, there could be other edge inscriptions that happened that year. Shiny technology, sometimes those have been the ones that have been had the slight rotations on them. There we go, another Army Centenary. This has got the For King and Country edge inscription, which is the edge inscription that's made its way onto some Shakespeare tragedies. I've been lucky in having found one, unfortunately no more than just the one. But there's a little bit of light on finds so far, which isn't boding well, although it could just be that we're saving up our luck for a really stellar find. Not how things work, but we can hope and try. Oh dear, another case of the diddlies there. Not what we want to see. Right, we need to summon some luck. We'll do an edge hunt where we check the edge inscription of the coins. So it should say, standing on the shoulders of giants. That is the what's it called? The technologies design, which the top 2 are. It's an Isaac Newton quote. This one here, third one down, is something though. I can't quite read it. For King and Country. So this should be another Army Centenary, but if it's a Shakespeare's tragedies, I'm going to get very, very happy. Ah, that's the coin it should have been, the Army Centenary. See if we can find anything else. Oh, here we go. In victory, magnanimity, in peace, goodwill will be the VE Day anniversary. There we go. Another one we've got counters tracking as well, just as the most common commemorative £2 coin. See how many we find. There's the shoulders of giants. I think the rest are just shoulders of giants. Well, we've got a couple of finds. Nothing extraordinary, but at least that wasn't a bust on that bag. We've got something. But I am hopeful that when the 2021 Britannias start making... Oh, there we go! Well, that's a good coin. London Underground Roundel. Again, this is a 2-coin set. You've got the Underground Train and the Underground Roundel. The Roundel should say mind the gap. Yeah, mind the gap. The edge inscriptions in my mind were always the wrong way around, because the edge inscription on the London Underground Train is reminiscent of sort of the tube map, which I thought would look better, would be a better match for the Roundel, because the please mind the gap I thought would be with the one with the train, because that's where you are when you hear it being said. But anyway, it's not an error. I just thought in my mind they should be flipped around the other way. There's another Army Centenary. Holy Toledo, we're getting a fair few of those, aren't we? Not a lot of anything else in that bag though, but London Underground Round is a very nice find. A fairly scarce coin, one that we don't see too often, so we won't grumble about that. The other thing is I'm noticing a lot of people mentioning fake £2 coins that they're getting in their £2 coin hunts or in their change or whatever. That seems to be coming in waves, and it seems to be the recent wave of them hitting collectors. I'm very lucky in that I found a few, but not too many. I was recently sorting out my hoard of coins ready for my whole coin collection video in February. Another VE Day anniversary. Pop that there. What was I saying? Oh yeah, sorting out my coins that I've popped off to the side since the last February. So that was a whole host of coins. I've got a little box I call my box of oddities. That's coins with errors on it, or they've just got interesting colouring or toning, or there's a sticker on it which I think is quite neat. But I was looking through my box of oddities and I found a handful of coins. I have no idea why I put them to the side. They could just be the case I've accidentally picked them up and put them in my to keep pile for no good reason, but I had a fair few of them. I was looking them over, going, why have I put this aside? There's nothing spectacular about this. Speaking of which, there's another Act of Union. Ooh, there we go. We've been talking about Britannia. Come on to the Britannia in a moment, but that is Guy Fawkes, the Gunpowder Plot. Another fairly common one. Now then, Britannia. What year are we going to get on with the Britannia? Who knows? I think it's going to be 2016 though, given how nice quality it is. There we go. 2016. Still a lovely find. A little more than face value. One of these days it'll be a 2021 Britannia, which would be exciting. I think it's because this will be the first time we'll have a newly circulated £2 coin. So what I generally do when we have newly circulated coins we don't know mintage figures for, I keep them all off to the side. And if they end up being common, obviously I pay them back into the bank because I've paid £2 per coin to get them, and I will get £2 per coin back from them. But if they end up scarce, then I've got a whole host of them that I've kept off to the side. That's what I did with the diversities in Brexit. I ended up with £1,200 worth of them, which is quite cool. There's a nice little savings tip as well. We've got not the Act of Union, the abolition of the slave trade there. You can see the inner part of this metal has a textured finish. If you find one with a smooth finish with the initials to the bottom right of the 7, that's an NIFC, a coin that's not intended for circulation, which would be a lovely coin to have. If you hear a funny growling noise, I apologise, my stomach is growling somewhat. I'm not quite sure because I've just had lunch, but there we go. A nice cheese on toast, for anyone that's interested. I get another case of diddlies, are we? Oh dear, nothing. God, we're striking out on quite a few of these bags, aren't we? That's right, we've still got loads to go through. We've had some nice finds as well. I think I just saw the glimpse of another Britannia, so we'll flip through to the Britannia and see what year is this Britannia going to be. We've had a 2016. This one is a 2015. Well, there we go. We've found both years. It's a nice quality one as well, to be fair. Pop that down next to the other Britannia. Loads of Britannias. If we could just find that one Commonwealth Games, how exciting would that be? Or the Merry Rose, to be fair, I don't mind. Either one, it'd be nice to tick off one more before the end of the year. There we go, Charles Darwin there. Charles Dickens. There's too many Charleses on coins and I get them muddled up. Charles Dickens there. Very common though, but it's a lovely design. Nothing else to be had in that bag though. We're going to do another edge hunt, I reckon. Why not? Mix it up a little bit. So, second from top immediately. World is a... work is a man. This will be Shakespeare's tragedies with the correct edge inscription. Whoa! State. There we go. As anticipated, that's our second Shakespeare. Let's just move some of these around so that we can get the Shakespeares together. So we're just missing Shakespeare's histories and then... Oh no, we're not doing that. We're doing edge hunt. Come on, Christopher. Keep up with it. There, bottom, Atlantic. That'll be the Marconi wireless transmission. Cool coin, but very, very common. I like the design on the outer rim of the coin. I think the rest are all just technologies though. Chucking coins everywhere. Yeah, nothing else in that bag, sadly. But we've got ourselves a Shakespeare tragedies. One more and we've got the whole Shakespeare set. Should be quite nice. Doesn't happen too often. Oh, that's going to be something, isn't it? Oh, very nice. The Great Fire of London. It's a beautiful design. I recently uploaded a video, my silver proof Great Fire of London, which I bought a long, long time ago and never had space in my schedule to put that video out. But no, a fantastic coin to add to our hosts of keepers. Nothing else though. I've got my fair share of the Great Fire of Londons because I had a whole bunch of sealed bags of the Army's and the Navy Centenary and Great Fire of Londons, which are all stashed away, hidden in the depths of my collection. There's another Army Centenary. I've had loads of those today. A whole glut of them. Nothing else there. How many bags have we got left? We've got 3 bags left. Right, we can do this bag as usual, the next bag as an edge hunt, and then the last bag back as usual. There we go, Lord Kitchener. Right then, I said we were saving our luck up for something extraordinary earlier. On the Lord Kitchener, on the obverse, there is a mule error kicking around, which is where the reverse and the obverse don't match up as they should. It should say £2 at the bottom on the obverse, inside with the Queen's head, so let's have a look. Ah, there we go. Unfortunately not today, this is the correct coin. One of these days, if that mule error turns up, how exciting would that be? And there we go, there's another abolition of the slave trade. Very nice, but very common. I'm sure this is my last £2 coin hunt to get another with a chance to get an NIFC before the new year. I don't think it's going to happen in the last 2 bags, but you never know. We've been saved by the last bag before. Edge hunt. Oh dear, I think we've got a case of the diddlies on this bag. Unfortunately, a case of the diddlies. Well, all of a sudden we find ourselves looking in the last bag of the hunt. For those of you that watch this from the video though, you might be interested to know that I have a Discord server. You can click the link in the description to come and join that. Alternatively, you can catch me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and there's the PO box you can write into should you wish. I'm going to have a look at the coins off to the side now to check for any rotation errors, check the rotations and edge inscriptions on the commemoratives too. There we go, edge inscriptions and rotations all checked. Unfortunately nothing new to have been found, or whatever the word is I'm looking for. Our star finds, we've got a whole host of very nice coins. I'd pick one of those 4 personally. I'm not quite sure what that'd lead towards. Maybe the underground roundel, because again, not a coin we see particularly often. But do let me know down in the comments which is your favourite coin from today's hunt. As ever, all that leaves me to do is thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for more coins. Bye.